Well, thank you for watching today's video. We're going to start a new series called the Charlie Kirk Files, and this is going to be a series of videos. I think we'll probably have 10 of them, in which we will take certain elements of the very complicated Charlie Kirk situation and just cordon them off and try to break them down piece by piece. I believe that this whole situation is going somewhere. And I do think that there's going to be some good done along the way, but I'm going to give you the pieces, the building blocks of what I see is going to be happening over the next few months and probably even for the next few years. And so I want to just outline this in a nice playlist for you guys and a list of things, and we'll just call it the third Adam, the Charlie Kirk Files. And I do believe that a lot of the things that are happening even now are so pertinent to the Third Adam series that it's almost spooky. And someone just texted me a while ago that the Third Adam, series wins again. And so please make sure that you subscribe to this channel so that you can be a part of this playlist that we are building. We're going to make probably about 10 videos on this topic, and we want you guys to be along for the ride with us. And I'm going to lay out a very structured argument for you about what is happening with Charlie Kirk. We'll deal with some of the conspiracies with it. We'll deal with some of the trajectory of the Turning Point USA movement, and ultimately we'll deal with the end times eschatology and things of that nature. So come along with this ride with us, and go ahead, as Godzilla right here says, go ahead and smite thine like button, and that's a joke on our channel, by the way. Thank you very much. So who was Charlie Kirk? I'm just going to go here and just hit the Google search and type in Charlie Kirk, okay? And we're just going to show you who he was. The man was apparently not apparently, but the man was like a very popular guy doing grassroots conservatism, and he was trying to basically save America from communism and the political left takeover of America. He was very instrumental in getting Donald Trump elected, very popular with the college-age students, and for that, really, I can't fault Charlie for any of that. I mean, I think that's excellent, and praise God for it. We need more of it, man. There are many people out there who believe that Charlie Kirk was one of the faces who helped get Donald Trump elected not only once but twice. And I do believe that he was part of that equation. I think that he was one of the major pundits and faces that helped him get in. And so for that, I think that was a very commendable thing. I mean, could you imagine the country right now if Kamala Harris was the president? That would just be wild. But let me read some information for you. Charlie Kirk was born in 1993 and founded Turning Point USA, which was a student-led movement that exploded into a national force. At its height, it mobilized millions of young people across America, hosting conferences, rallies, and cultural events that felt less like political summits and more like revival meetings. Now, this is where Charlie Kirk becomes very interesting, and this is where he becomes very complicated, because Charlie Kirk was a political pundit that tried to use Christianity, and he actually had a biblical worldview for the most part. He spoke openly about his faith, and so it was almost like there was a blending in the things that Charlie Kirk said. It's like he was outspoken Christian, almost like a preacher type, and then also he was a political pundit as well. Now, his goal, from what it seems like to me, and the goal of Turning Point USA, was to try to help America not go down the dark road of communism and political leftism. I am for that agenda. I think that is a excellent thing. Thank you. Please get to work on that. We need as many people to keep us out of the political left hellscape that America could be that is not good, okay? And as a Christian, I do understand that there is a right wing and a left wing to this. I am obviously very much aware of that. I speak about that, but I think that if we have a more right-leaning government in America, I believe that gives America more. I believe that gives the American church more space politically in which we can preach the gospel, and so that is something very. That's how I view politics. I don't believe there's any hope in American politics. I believe the Titanic is sinking, and the best that the politicians can do is rearrange the deck chairs on the sinking Titanic. Okay, so his goal was to rally people to fight back against this evil woke agenda and try to engage with young people to try to raise up the next generation of people who will reject this junk and go back to what America used to be politically. I think that is a great goal to get to, and I think that's wonderful. What he did, though, was that he made a religious appeal in doing that. And to do that, he had to cross denominational lines, and he had to cross theological lines. And basically what he had to do to accomplish his political goal was to let down all divisions and fences within religion. And that's what he did. So let me show you a few pictures here of some meetings that were done, and this is America Fest 2021. You got Tucker Carlson, and by the way, Tucker Carlson has shown a lot of evidence that he is a practicer of the Kabbalah. He's a very interesting case. We'll probably do just a video on him. You got Callie McKinney, you got Senator Ted Cruz, Jesse Waters, Candace Owens, and by the way, this was years ago. Candace Owens has now become Roman Catholic. Jim Jordan, Donald Trump Jr., and then you have Sean Feucht, which of course is a NAR, New Apostolic Reformation guy, Sarah Palin, Matt Chandler. So you have all these people, Benny Johnson in there as well. You're running a political rally, trying to fight back against the political left. But in order to do that, you have to kind of create this pot of a mixture of all different types of theologies. And what you have done is you have created an ecumenical movement in the name of patriotism and saving America. And this is what Charlie Kirk has done. Now, let me show you some more events here. This was America Fest 2024. Tucker Carlson, Steve Bannon, Michael Knowles, the Roman Catholic, Tim Pool, who's nothing, Ben Carson, the Seventh-day Adventist. You have Majorie Taylor Greene, who, of course, was famous for the Jewish space laser. You've got George Janko, who is the evangelical Roger Stone, and you just have a big mixing pot here of all different types of views. Matt Walsh, the Catholic, and you're promoting patriotism and allowing the religious element to come in there as well. You got Brandon Tatum, okay, and so this is what is going on. Obviously, you got Kash Patel, the Hindu. You have, of course, Laura Ingraham, Greg Gutfeld, all your Fox News guys. Newt Gingrich, but y'all do realize Newt Gingrich is a Freemason, like real big time Freemason, like 33-degree uber way up there, crazy on the top of the chart Freemason. That's what Newt Gingrich is. And you got Mike Lindell, who's, I would call him a charismatic. You got Seth Dillon, the editor of Babylon Bee, so you're mixing all this together. It's all being put together. Of course, you got Russell Brand here. This was a Student Action Summit 2025. And this is what he did over and over and over and over and over again. Student Action Summit 2022, Peter Hesketh, Rick Scott, Benny Johnson, Donald Trump, Sean Feucht, Dave Rubin, and by the way, Dave Rubin, you can look at what Dave Rubin's sexual orientation is if you want to. You're mixing it all together, coming together, unity, and the goal is to save America. This is what Charlie Kirk was doing. Now, did Charlie Kirk preach the gospel? Yes, he did. He preached the gospel. Is Charlie Kirk a Christian? Yes, he was. I believe that. I mean, I have. He said some things that were not biblically correct. He said some things that I don't like. He said some things that I thought was way off. But towards the end of his life, and let's just cordon off the last few years of his life, the things that he was saying about the Lord Jesus were correct. And that's all I have to go on. And the truth is, you don't know if anybody's saved. You guys out there, you don't know if I'm saved, okay? You just have to look at the evidence of the things that I'm saying and judge my theology by the things that I'm telling you, okay? This is who Charlie Kirk was. And this is what Turning Point USA was trying to do. They were trying to do a noble goal. And I think what happened is that they took politics and they took religion, they blended all together and made some sort of patriotic Christianity. And going forward, that's what Turning Point USA is going to be. And that's what Charlie Kirk tried to do, and that's what he did. We'll speak more about that in the future. This is going to play a big role in where I think this movement of Republican, you're in, some sort of Christian or whatever religion you are, you're in, and let's just merge this all together and let's take this as a movement and go forward with it. I think that's going to play a big role going forward in understanding these issues. So listen, there's going to be more episodes of this. We're going to do probably 10 of them. I got several other things we're going to talk about here, and you're going to really like this. So stick with us. Smite your like button. Share this video with your friends, and God bless you. Subscribe to this channel if you are new, and we will see you guys next time. God bless you.